Grind won't stop, hustle won't quit. Grind won't stop, hustle won't quit. Grind won't stop.
Alright. It's like the little DJ drop when you
No,
stop it.
that wasn't it.
Okay. Anyways, you are now tuned into the Terry Gilbert audio experience. We are back again with my co-host Nafeesah
What's up?
and Fard.
I'm in the studio.
Yeah. Okay. So how are y'all weeks? What's up? Talk to me. How was your week?
My week has been, it's been good. Good.
We got a podcast to do here, Nafeesah. I need more than good.
It's Tuesday.
Is this your first time listening? We come in here and we like share like our what's been happening in our lives. We kind of give it up and like let y'all know what's been going on, and we jump into some hot topics. But today, I guess Nafeesah didn't bring anything. She didn't bring no content for us.
It's only Tuesday.
Okay, since the last time I seen you, it's
okay. See,
okay.
We asked the right questions.
Did you go to the movies? Did you see Lion King?
I did actually, and it was really good. I loved it, y'all.
Okay.
So
Okay,
good.
I didn't see it yet.
Yeah,
Okay. We might have to get your hot
I
tip.
went Friday.
A scale of 1 to 10.
10. It was so good.
Really?
It was really good.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
I was singing every song. Thank God the people next to me wasn't annoyed.
It wasn't weird, like the.
Seeing it in real life like that, it was. And some things they did change. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, but you know, there's some things that they did change about it. Like,
Well, I already heard that they kind of gave Beyonce an extra part.
Whoa!
I'm just
you
lying.
mad?
Nala doesn't need an extra part. Like, this is about Simba.
yeah. And they added like a different song. It was a good song though. I don't know if I heard it on the album though, but they added a different song.
But I heard the album is really good. They say it's really uplifting. I listened to the album a little bit, but I didn't really.
You know, Lion King took place in Africa. You know, that's the setting.
I do know that.
I think a lot of people forget that watching it though. Like, they think it's just lions. And,
Shoot,
like,
this generation probably think it's just lions.
yeah. So, how was your week?
I had an amazing week. As you know, I went to
yeah.
I went to Vegas.
He was in Vegas.
Yes, you did.
I had a good time in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Hey.
What's up? What happened? What's going down in Vegas, dog?
Nah, Vegas was amazing. I've been to Vegas before, so it wasn't like,
Okay.
oh my God, the lights.
Regular for you.
This was my
Regular.
4th time, so it's regular. You know,
Okay.
regular.
I feel you.
But no, the Vegas trip was amazing. That's probably gonna be my last like.
You gonna
trip.
chill?
Yeah,
you gonna chill for a
I'm
little? You
try
gonna
to
sit
chill.
down? Did you do it?
I
I watched your Insta story like you was doing it big out there.
Yeah, I spent too much money down there.
Yeah.
Money that I didn't have. But
Hey, man.
I've
Then-
never gambled down there. I have to gamble when I go back.
You didn't gamble?
No, I didn't gamble.
I mean, I'm not.
I didn't have money to gamble.
Okay, I feel that. Yeah.
So if I gambled the little money that I had, it would have been. I really would be gambling because I would have been home, assed out, no money.
Would you have made it back if you?
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
Probably
man.
not.
Come on, dog.
But yeah, no,
That's
Vegas
what's
was
up.
amazing. It was really good.
What else? What else you got since the last time?
Vegas is one of those trips that you only need to spend 3-4 max. I spent a whole week there, so it was just like it just became like, all right,
You was done.
I was done.
What time was you going to sleep? You like going to sleep?
I went to
late?
bed every day like at like 5,
Oh, yeah.
4 or
Yeah,
5
you was-
o'clock.
It was a hot boy summer. out there. It was a hot boy summer. I was Nafeesah. I watched I was going back looking at our podcast, and you kept saying like you didn't know what a hot girl and hot boy summer and all.
I know now.
So yeah, I wasn't gonna tell you. I was gonna let you figure it out.
I think I found out, and I thought it was like, just like, a girl living their best life.
Oh, what is it?
I think it just has some other negative.
Really?
Tell us what a hot girl summer is.
I don't know.
From your perspective.
I thought it was, girls just living their best life,
That's what it's about.
Thing, not worrying about nothing. Worrying about, the important stuff. But, like, not worrying about, like, a man or, like, anything like that.
Talk about it.
But, yeah. I'm looking at other videos, and it's looking like it has many connotations. So,
it's whatever you want it to
when
mean.
I go to Florida next week.
Why not?
I'm on search for another hashtag.
Why not? You didn't see Megan gave her little spiel?
Oh yeah, I seen it.
Somebody got it wrong and was just like, who was it? She was talking about.
Somebody said it on the dang.
Somebody I forgot who it was.
Y'all forgive me. Oh my God, content.
But they were just like, they don't know what it means, and Megan just kind of set the record straight. Was it's whatever you want it to mean. You can do whatever your heart desires. That's a hot girl summer or a hot boy summer, whatever you want to do.
But when it's connected to some other stuff, like I feel like
they ruined it for you.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't want to just target men, but I even feel like they kind of sort of like pair it with you basically going out there and being thoughtful. And like that's the response, like the
maybe that's the city girl. Maybe there's a difference.
Like even Charlamagne did a video talking to those girls, and he was talking about I guess giving hot girl summer the connotation, talking about you gonna have a what? He said a single mama spring. Basically trying to say like you basically thought around, and
that's wild.
Yeah. So I'm just like, well, there goes that.
Well, let me tell y'all about my week, since nobody want to ask about my week.
Oh, my bad.
Or since the highlight.
How was your week, Terry?
All right, yeah. Thank you.
The
highlight would be probably Hope City Love, Sex, and Marriage series. So every year I go to the Love, Sex, and Marriage series at Hope City, and it's really good, really good. He's doing it different this year. He's mixing it in with some different series, but like he opened it up, and for the listeners, it's Hope City is a church in Houston. It's probably like one of the fastest growing churches in Houston, and so they had a series every summer called the Love, Sex, and Marriage series, where the pastor gives you tips. Gives you I was about to say tips and tricks. Nah, he gives you tips.
What church you go to?
He gives you tips and advice biblically on like how to have a God or a faithful
hot boy summer
marriage and how to date. I think that's like the gist of like the series that he's going through, like how to date the biblical way or whatnot. And so like you can be in the world but not of the world. So like there's ways to do it, and you can learn.
So would you date in the biblical way?
Would I date in the biblical way? Like,
what
do you mean specifically? Like no sex before marriage?
No sex before marriage. Everything. You can't half-ass it now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna half-ass.
Yeah, you can't be lukewarm. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like it's like you either gonna do it or you not.
Juicy.
I didn't expect this. This was just like an opener,
Ask me if I can.
But no, biblically. Only because because the word biblically.
Yeah, biblically.
Yeah.
Biblically.
Sounds good. We'll work on it.
I'm saying
we only 3 podcasts. There.
You think you about that life?
Yeah, I could do it.
But because the Bible then doesn't reflect. I mean, it does reflect on the now, but in a whole different setting, in a whole different world, in a whole different time. So can you live your relationship
biblically?
or dating biblically?
That's that's dating.
Because it's
all right. So
it's a whole new. We got Instagram. We got social media. We got.
I'm not an expert.
True,
I'm definitely not an expert. But he gets into like, so the first, I only went to one. Well, I went to the whole series last year, but the first one this year, he gave us. He talked more about marriage this first week.
Okay.
And so he was talking about things to do within the marriage. One of the top things was like be consistent in like with your wife. Be consistent with your wife and like really be present within conversation and like and having that conversation with her. And so that was like one of the top ones. And then like protection was another one for women that they want protection. And then the hot takes. It just left my head. But it was like really good. It was really good. I wrote some of them.
I would definitely want to go to one of those.
Bro, you gotta go. So I'm gonna be at the wedding.
Did it just start it? Did you start it?
Yeah, it just started. So I'm gonna be at the wedding this Sunday. But we can go.
I'm gonna be at the
But don't
wedding
they do it on
with
Saturday?
you too.
Yeah, you're gonna be there too. Yeah. Gonna be live. We're gonna get too turned
They
up.
do it on Saturday though.
Saturday, that's why I went. So I went this Saturday, last Saturday.
Have you gone before?
I used to go to Hope City a long time ago.
And then he talked about the love languages.
I've gone to that, but I haven't gone to that series since.
This is the best series. This is the only series I ain't gonna say it's the only series I go to, but it is the only series I go to.
It is.
Because I go to Wheeler. Anyways, I didn't want to turn this into
Wheeler
a
Avenue
church.
Baptist Church in case y'all looking for
Wheeler
it.
Avenue, Houston, Texas. I'm sorry, listeners. We're trying to get it together. But anyways, yeah, that was my hot take, and maybe we can get into like dating biblically one. Maybe.
Oh, we don't want to get into dating biblically.
I'll give my answer.
Looks like the podcast is taking a turn. Go ahead. Go ahead. I kind of want to hear this. Let's hear that.
It is very much possible, even with, I guess, everything that, because I think you're thinking of like back then it was different times, and I think you're probably thinking of in terms of like temptation, I guess.
Temptation.
Commitment.
Commitment.
Because side chicks is a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still possible. The standard. It really just takes a person of integrity on both ends, the woman and the man, to actually like be committed to living it out and honoring each other.
My thing is like when you get questions like, oh, but my man, he doesn't ever post me on Instagram or like because that today is a thing.
That is.
That's a thing now. Like,
it's just crazy.
What you think about that?
I don't even know how to answer that. Because I'm a private person.
Oh. Dang, so you just not gonna post him on the gram?
On the gram?
You gonna Wizard Kelly him?
Just one time. Like you don't gotta post me like that. Just one time.
But I think mine is different. My reason is different because I I cleared my whole entire Instagram.
Let's hear it. I'm sure they want to know.
But of course, on my Insta story, most definitely. On my Instagram, future husband. If you watch it, you're gonna be on my Instagram story. You're gonna be all over my Facebook.
Future husband.
I'll probably do a post on my Instagram, but it ain't gonna be like everybody else. Like,
let me pause you right there. So in the dating phase, or the husband, you
if I put his picture.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about, right?
Dating.
Dating.
Dating?
I was just talking about dating and relationships. I'm just saying how the dynamic of relationships and dating have changed.
Y'all brought the.
But I think it just depends on the person, like, because there are some people who care about social media, and there are some people who could care less.
Yeah.
And there are some people who, want it all out there, wanting it to be known, and there's some people who.
And you're a person that don't. So why?
So.
Let me get this why real quick.
Why I don't want it to be known?
Yeah, I want the.
I'm just always sensitive with my personal stuff. Like, if you notice, on Facebook I do, but even on Instagram, I don't always like post my family. Like the most sentimental things and like stuff like that, I just don't always.
And I think that's like the beautiful part about social media, and I think that people don't realize you don't have to show people. Everything a part of you.
Because you can pick and choose who you want them to see. Like, they know I'm family oriented. I have some pictures up there, but like everybody else be doing like flooding.
But all of that is all for show. It's just a highlight reel, right? So like I don't take anybody's Instagram feed seriously.
Hey, do not take my Instagram serious at all. I have a little separate.
Hey, what do you think about that? Being private or public with your relationship?
But it wouldn't be me being private.
Hold on. Wait, which one?
But like she said, it wouldn't be me being private. It's just certain sides of my life I don't want the world to. I don't want to share it with the world. Like,
I wasn't hiding the world from my girl. I was hiding my girl from the world. Okay.
No,
you gonna try to pull that one?
just like I don't go on when I'm struggling and I'm
you ain't on there like I ain't got no money.
I ain't got no money.
That's true.
I'm not on there like that. Everything that you're gonna see on Instagram is all the good times.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see no bad times. I guarantee you. I have no interest in posting my bad times.
Hey, but that's actually getting some good highlights. I've been seeing some people do that, and like, people be sending some good encouragement.
If you want the clout, if you want, I mean, but either or, because I could say, I'm posting the good life to get clout or whatever you want to call it. So it's, it is what it is. That's why I said it's a different time now. So it's just like people just like, but you need to post at least one picture of me up there.
I mean,
and then as soon as they post a picture, they post 100 pictures of them. So it's all the way at the bottom.
I ain't trying to get.
I hope that never ever becomes an issue.
What?
The whole Instagram thing, because it's not a big.
It's not that serious.
I wouldn't care, because like at the end of the day, if you know it's real.
Yeah, that's
And if somebody's on your DMs, I'll respond for you. I got you.
Oh God, oh boy.
Send me your phone.
Oh, all right. So we don't keep going. But, he did say something about like this is one little thing that just popped in my head.
I would press him with some questions.
Who?
I would have some. Yeah.
I was sitting in there and he said he was talking to the husband and wives. He was like, y'all should share y'all passwords with each other. So I was just like,
oh hell no.
Husband and wife?
Yes.
Oh, husband and wife? Yeah.
But not even dating?
Dating? Hell no.
Not even like a year.
You trying to get to know him, right?
But
I mean,
okay, not dating. In a committed relationship.
Okay.
In a committed
Not
relationship?
that I care. I don't want them, but...
I mean, yeah, because if you go looking, you might find something, right? Or you'll find whatever you're looking for.
I just feel like...
Right? No?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I just feel like...
Feeling that.
Like...
What do you mean?
Like with your children, you want to give your children their own privacy. Like, I'm not going to be in their room all the time. Like, that's your time to do whatever it is that...
No, your the person you dating ain't your child, though.
They're not.
You don't need to monitor you.
I don't know if that's a good comparison.
So hold on. So you
don't want to get your kids.
I get your analogy.
I'm saying that you getting my password. Are you getting it? Just in case. Like, I don't understand that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. So you saying no? You ain't with it.
I'm saying that it's not a reason for you to have it.
I'm not tripping on it.
So like I
don't see the underlying reason to like.
If we was in a relationship, maybe the password to my phone, maybe like if I get like drunk and you need to contact my mother or something, you can get on my phone. But for Instagram, it's just like.
But your Instagram, she got the password to your phone. She got the password to everything because everything on the So that's the real question. The password to your phone.
The password.
So you giving up the password to the guy, whoever he is?
First and foremost.
You said dude, like, there's somebody.
Anybody who's close to me, they already know my password to my phone.
Okay.
Like, literally, is no secret. So,
cool.
Well, my best friend, he has a password to my
policy.
phone.
It has a lock on it, but everybody knows the password. I tell everybody easily.
Okay.
So.
But.
Good.
I was just saying, like, my best friend has the password to my phone, but it's not like, he goes in it to search it. He'll just, like, if my phone is there and we taking a picture, he could just go in it and take a picture or something.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's a really good topic. If you're in Houston, Texas, you don't even have to be in Houston, Texas. Just go on YouTube, Hope City. Just type in Hope City, and it's Love, Sex, and Marriage. Jeremy Foster is really good. He gives you some tips, man, and like he breaks it down biblically. Even if you're not a Christian, he gives you tips on like, even for like, he even talk about like atheists and everything, just how to build a relationship from start to finish, and like where you should be thinking about marriage and like and all. Okay, we got
I got a question. So if you're doing this biblical dating, can that person date somebody that's atheist?
So look, I mean, it's just like if you got $1 billion and you dating somebody, you got $1 billion and you dating somebody that didn't come from money or doesn't have any money, would you be thinking about getting a prenup?
I would.
All right.
I would.
So my analogy is like, you don't really want to date somebody that's not like on your level.
But it happens though.
It does.
Because you know, you can't control who
Maybe
you
it was
fall
a
in
better
love with.
analogy.
Yeah.
You got a better analogy? Give me a better analogy.
I don't have an analogy.
You done heard, I'm sure you heard of some analogies about unequally yoked.
Well, yeah.
Well, we talked about
I can think about
unequally
being
yoked.
unequally yoked. Like,
That's what he's talking
if you're
about,
like
right?
moving in this direction and that person's moving the
They'll
opposite,
drag you, right?
at some point.
At
either
some point,
or
it's
is
gonna become a problem.
Yeah, because either or y'all are gonna start influencing.
It'll be
each
a
other.
conflict.
They're gonna pull you away, or you gonna pull them in.
Yeah.
Or y'all
Well, if
just
you
gonna
pull
be
them,
stagnant.
but when you pulling them in, it's also a process.
Yeah.
So it's not right off the bat. They might feel what you're saying.
You got a lot of girls out here like that.
Yeah,
They're trying to like help the guy. Oh, he gonna get it. He gonna go to church.
So how long how long should you wait till he get it together?
I guess do guys do that? I don't think guys do that. Not in
They
that
do.
context. Oh,
What she say? What she say?
okay. They do that.
Yeah.
Okay. For real?
Mhm.
You seen it? Okay.
No,
We
I've
gonna
seen
get
it,
into
though.
the spicy topic right
I've
there,
seen
but,
it.
like,
I've seen it before though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be calling them suckers. I
I guess we both do it, men and women.
yeah, we both do it, but I think women do it more. Because
I don't know why.
I'm only saying women do it more because
Can't
women.
relate, huh? Okay.
I didn't say that.
You say women because what?
I'm only saying women do it more because when you think of success, I think of women are predominantly more successful than men.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to school, when it comes to women are more career and goal oriented. I would say.
Oh.
Do you disagree, Mr. Gilbert?
I don't know if I find that.
Do you
I see
disagree?
a lot of
'Cause
successful men.
I can show you the
I
context.
see a lot of successful men.
I see a lot of successful men too, but
Yeah.
when I mean, you was at the graduation that I was at, and it was full of women.
Yeah.
So it's just
It may take
Oh,
the
when
men a
you're
little
graduating?
longer.
it takes us a little longer to kind of
Get it together, maybe. Yeah.
get stuff together.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to jump in that bag.
Oh, yo,
I ain't getting in
hey,
that
what
one.
you shying away from today?
I mean, hey, I'm an open book. We could get it. We could get it popping.
Get it
But nah, that's what's up, man. Definitely go to that. I would encourage anybody who's thinking about getting married one day or just dating and want to date the right way and want to know like
What's the right way, Terry?
man.
What's
If I had the
what's the
answers, that's where I'm going.
What is the
Like
right
you gonna see me there. You gonna see me. in
But
the
I'm
middle.
saying, so are you
Like
saying
trying
the
to figure it
biblical
out.
way is the right way?
You got to figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
If you're a Christian, you got to figure it out for yourself.
I like that answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right answer. It's all on you. Like, however you want to do it. I mean, I know you don't want to say the D word, right? What's the D word? What's the D word?
Not what I was
I don't
thinking.
know.
Divorce.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoa. Boy, your minds are in the gutter.
Like,
Biblically, dating,
I didn't even know we were thinking about. I was just like, I don't even know. I was like, what do you
divorce. That should be like a scary
I'm
word.
like, damn, is he gonna say that on here?
Am I gonna say what? Y'all are wilding. Yeah. Nah, divorce. Nobody wants to
like the
marry
D
the wrong
word.
person.
Just don't present it like that.
Okay.
Just
Yeah. Your mind's in the gutter.
Mine
I had to
wasn't.
pause.
I
Okay,
just didn't
pause.
know what it was. I'm like, D word. What? I don't know.
We was talking about marriage.
I still didn't know. I thought we were talking
Ain't
about
that the
dating.
scariest word for in marriages?
The D word?
I just
I didn't think they
divorce.
call it the D word
Or
though.
maybe
They just say divorce.
Yeah, most people just say divorce.
or
Yeah.
fidelity probably be the
You think so?
scariest word in marriages.
Not-
Yeah.
Is that the scariest?
The F word.
Is that what everybody's scared of? Infidelity?
Yeah.
Really?
Probably. Would you? Are you scared?
I'm
I'm not-
If
How
you
I
got
would
married
respond.
and your wife cheated
I'm not.
on you?
I'm not scared of it. I'm just saying if it.
I really didn't think we was.
You're
gonna
not
be
scared
talking
of it
about this.
happening?
I'm not scared of it happening. I'm just like, if we're in a marriage, we're in a marriage. Like, why am I scared that that's gonna happen? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm talking about before. Like, all right, so you thinking about getting married to this woman, right? picture that woman that you think about getting married to.
Okay.
And y'all are dating, and you like dating to marry her, and y'all are doing all those things, and like certain things happen.
So when
and you like,
so where in the back of your mind are you thinking, oh my God, I hope she doesn't cheat on me? You're not thinking about that because you're in a happily relationship or marriage or whatever it is. You're not getting married to be like, damn, we're getting married. I hope she doesn't cheat on me.
But you're not thinking about that when you're in your happy
Yeah,
relationship.
all right,
But
what
it
about
comes
when you're
across
not
your
happy?
mind when things start to become different.
There we go.
And that person starts being distant.
Give me
and
some
start
wisdom.
acting different and all this stuff.
That's when you
Then
become
it's just
scared.
like,
That's when you can become scared.
hold on,
But
let her go. She was going. Give me some
no,
more.
that's it. Because
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm not scared about. I mean,
Yeah.
I would hate the idea of like having infidelity, but I'm more afraid of how I'll respond.
All right, so when you go to this thing, since we just really bigging up this,
We just really went deep, and we
yeah.
were supposed to be touching.
We
on
30
this and
minutes
going.
in on freaking relationships and marriages, but when you go, they say like in the dating phase, like 6 to 18 months is like pure bliss, to where you just like in the whole in love thing, and you just don't really see things. You're like blinded, and it's 6 to 18 months. And so after 18 months is when things start to unravel. You start to see.
Where you getting this from?
Man, this is the dude. He doing first of all, he not only looking in the Bible, he's doing research through like marriage books and psychologists and all these other different people that have like wrote so much about like what's going on, how to prevent yourself from going down the road of like marrying the wrong person and all these other different things. So yeah, that was really good, but I wanted to get into some other stuff.
Come on.
Yeah.
That led us straight into family values.
Yeah. Did y'all want to jump into family values, or are we gonna find our season? No. Hey, look, I'm trying to put together a really good cohesive podcast, and like the next time we come, we're gonna be more cohesive. We're gonna have better content.
For sure.
Just letting y'all know that, like, please rock. If this is your first time listening, I appreciate you, man. Let me thank all the listeners, the people that are in Africa. Let me thank everybody that's listening from across the world. Everybody in Houston, Texas.
You gotta get the people in the back too.
Yeah, the people in the back, man. We appreciate y'all, man. But let's jump into family values.
I'm in the studio.
Or you can get your hot take on the whooping of the 12-year-old. Yeah, let's do that.
That was hard. That was hard to watch. That was really hard to watch. So if you guys didn't see, dad beat his 12-year-old daughter. She was 12-year-old daughter for having sex.
I see why he's angry, but.
And then he didn't whip her. He beat her. And then Nafeesah just brought something to my attention that I didn't even think about when I was watching the video, but somebody's recording the video. Like, I was just like, I was kind of baffled. I'm like, wait, somebody's actually recording the video. So I don't know if he did that to like embarrass her. He wanted to show publicly and humiliate her, but that's that. I think he took it too far.
Yeah,
took it too far. But
I guess hard to watch.
It was really hard to watch.
I got a lot of questions too.
But
okay.
Well, I was gonna ask.
I got
you
questions
wanted to
too.
go first because I got some.
Let's throw some questions. Let's go.
Well, how do you feel about beating your child?
Okay. Yeah, man. All right. So the millennial way right now, I feel like millennials are aligned as far as like not whooping their kids and doing the more like, hey, I'm gonna talk to you and we're gonna get an understanding. I don't have to whoop you in order for you to understand that you did something wrong. Now I could see how that would like really put a father in anger like he was and all this and that, and maybe the way he was raised was like you whoop first and you talk later or whatnot, and
you don't talk at all.
Don't talk at all.
Yeah, or don't talk at all, which is, man, that's not good at all, because she doesn't even learn. She probably, first of all, she's 12, so I don't know. It's like, it's two questions that pop in my head. Like, if I'm the parent, where am I feeling as a parent? Or like, is my child really out here trying to be the cool kid? Is she like following the trend of like in the cool kid crowd? So it's just like, I don't think I'm whooping her. Oh man, you walk in and you see that?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's hard. Like I don't think I'm still whooping. First, I'm gonna talk to her. I gotta talk. We gotta talk. We gotta get an understanding. So I don't think I'm gonna whoop out top. But like, if this becomes like a recurring thing, I think you might have to go. You might have to pull the belt out.
Mm-hmm.
But not.
You got something to say about that?
I will pull the belt out too. But the way how he beat her was just like he's beating on a stranger. Like he was.
Yeah, I don't think I would do it like that.
He was taking his anger out.
It was more emotional for him. It wasn't like correcting her. Right.
And I understand, I get it. Like stuff like that, yeah, that provokes a huge emotional response. But
yeah,
I don't understand why.
We're not filming it either. Like that's not a thing.
Not filming it. Let me pull up my question.
Yeah, we're not filming.
My question was, why did it need to be recorded?
Yeah. Why
was it put on the internet? Why is the dad whooping her? I mean, I don't know the home situation, but when I was raised, my dad didn't whoop us girls because y'all are strong.
Yeah, I wouldn't whoop her.
So hold on, your dad never beat you?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that to my little girl. But if you walked in and you see your little
wait
girl,
till your mama get home. But he never did that because as a man, you know your strength.
Put him in the context. He walked in and see you with a little boy and you 12 years old. I'm not saying he would whoop you like that, but what do you think he would do?
He wouldn't.
He wouldn't touch you.
My daddy, he was always a talker.
Yeah.
Like, you know, of course, with my brothers, it was a different story.
That's a blessing.
He was a talker. Like,
for black fathers,
yeah.
That's a blessing because a lot of black fathers just don't have that conversation. Even, I mean, my dad was there for me. I had both my mom and my dad. And my dad didn't talk about those hard topics, sex and...
I don't know why black families don't do that. It's like taboo.
It is.
Our conversation about sex was this.
Was what?
My daddy said, he said, y'all were made out of love. And he was like, you know, there's also some people who he said are made out of kids are made from having sex or something like that. But I guess he was basically trying to equate it to you don't want to be like, you know, out there having sex and stuff because you want to find someone that you're going to marry and then make love and then like have kids out of love versus, you know, just out there like having sex. And that's pretty much.
Yeah. See, I had
none of that.
I had the wrong perception as a kid.
What was I gotta hear this.
As a kid, I thought sex was bad. Like you did not like that's not what you do at all. I learned probably all my sexual. I learned about sex from my friends. Mm-hmm. All my sex ed came from my peers that was around me. All my family, we never had the sex talk. I thought sex was bad. I was just like, you don't have sex. And I remember one time me and my twin brother was talking about it, and then I was just like, you can't do that. You can't have sex or whatever. And he was just like, well, you stupid, because that's how you have babies. And I was just like, wait, what? That blew my mind. I thought, when I was a kid, I thought like somebody would put a spirit in you. Yeah. I thought you just magically one day when two people fell in love that a baby would just be produced somehow. But then when I got to school, my friends was like, no, you idiot, you gotta have sex. And I was just like, what? And that like blew my mind for a minute. And then when I got to high school, it was just like you need to have sex. You need to have sex. That's how it was for me in high school. All my friends was just like, what are you doing? Like, you need to have sex.
That's so crazy. Like that was like a thing in high school. I'm like, really, y'all?
And I don't know if
getting our education.
And I don't know if it's the same experience for females. I wonder what their experience is. But for guys, I know sex was like heavily pushed on us. Like, y'all need to be.
It's like y'all had to.
Yeah.
Versus, women.
Y'all didn't have sex. Y'all didn't have that.
We did, but it was after the fact.
But it's more than just talking about it. It's more than just talking about like.
It was after the fact. When I came to high school, you don't just go into sex ed.
That's how we
Yeah,
had
I'm
it.
trying to remember.
Oh, really?
Oh, I think I had it in eighth grade.
We had it in like
or
junior
eighth
high.
grade. I
Yeah.
had it in eighth grade, I think.
Yeah, in junior high we started learning about like
So we would,
contraceptives and then
so you would have a health class and they would just have that one segment on sex and then sex is over.
Yeah, it wasn't like a whole.
It's not like a
it
whole.
was public school, so
they did what they could. But it goes back to what you were saying about how like, why do parents like not talk about these things with their kids? Because like, that stuff can be preventative. Like if you talk to them about it, if you don't talk to your kids about it, they're gonna learn somewhere else, and then they're gonna be curious, and they're gonna follow it because everyone else is telling them, and you're not combating that thought that, oh, this is what you do at this age. Then they just gonna fall victim to it.
And it's just one of those hard things that I think at that time with our parents, at least with my parents, it was a thing that they weren't that much focused. They had so many other things to worry about, like bills and how they was gonna provide for us and put food on the table, and it was just like I don't have time to talk to you about the sex talk. Like that can hold off. But this food, I need to put this food on the table so you can eat tomorrow. So that's kind of unfortunate, but like that's kind of most of the families, that's kind of how it is. It's just like, am I gonna sit down and talk to you about sex and how was your day and ask you questions about stuff like that, or I need to go out here and get this money.
That's hard, man. Because you really living life, but then you got to raise kids at the same time.
So it's just
being a parent.
So you're not whooping. You're not whooping.
Whipping. Like
yeah. No, you're not whooping.
I think I
mean, it's easy to say what you would.
I would have
do. Go ahead.
I think I jack my kid up, like kind of, but I don't think I'm gonna like abuse my kid.
Nah, yeah, that was like abuse, huh?
That was what he did was definitely abuse.
Like, because he was just. And then to your point, that's a good thought. Like having his wife or the mom whoop the child would be better. Would be a whole lot better. But is whooping a good form of punishment though?
But I hate it. Let me say. Because, I do reach out and touch my nieces and nephews sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta love.
But that kind of whooping, absolutely not.
Yeah, because that don't...
Like, even with my own kids, I probably won't. Now, yeah, when they're getting older and they do little stuff like that, might get a little tap-tap on their legs. But getting older, once they get to the age of understanding, conversations are going to be
talk. Yeah, it
be 12. Are going to be given.
I feel like at 12...
That makes you angry. That girl's gonna be angry.
Yeah,
and she's probably gonna go out and do it in spite.
And she embarrassed
you made her angry, and you embarrass her. Exactly. So
because she's gonna find comfort in someone else. Unfortunately,
at 12, she can talk. It would be profound to have a conversation with her and say, "Hey, I'm not going to whoop you. I want to whoop you, but I'm not. And I just want you to fix this, and we need to talk about what's going on and why you're doing this." And hopefully she takes that turn through that. But I guess he thinking hey, if I put this belt to her, but she ain't gonna never do it again.
No, she gonna be angry.
And I think when it comes to black families, I guess that's not put on the same totem pole as, as trying to provide financially. It's not equated to the same weight where it should be. It's just dang, we ain't got time to talk about that. We ain't got time to be sitting around talking about, just about life.
Yeah, because they too busy trying to put food on the table. And then they come home and see you doing what?
That. Didn't he call her a hoe?
No, he said
you want to be a hoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to stick with her.
Yeah. That's
she's not going to, at some point,
she'll be traumatized forever.
Yeah, because my daddy already think that I'm out here being that.
Well, she gotta know what is.
Words are powerful,
and that's why I guess this is just gonna be a podcast about love, sex, and marriage, because that's why he talks about that on the series. He talks about that there's kids in there that are 12 years old, and they're listening to him talk about marriage and what you should do within a marriage.
A lot of people wouldn't approve of that, but now in today's
they
society,
already know.
They on
YouTube. The right thing.
They already watching it. You know?
And that's, I feel like that's the difference with today, and that's why I feel like
with the phones, the access to technology.
Access to everything is at the flick of your hands. You can just get on there. let me go find out about this.
Yep. Like you got so much in one phone. You can create a business. You can watch porn. You can get on there
because my parents
figure out how to make a bomb. On
my parents not talking about it, so let me go find out what I need some answers.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
My kid's gonna be homeschooled.
I mean, you're not gonna save them because they're gonna be trying to find it.
They're gonna be trying to figure out because they know the homeschool life, so they're trying to figure out
they're gonna have the wildest friends.
They trying to figure out what's out there, and that's I mean, I guess the only way to kind of prevent. I mean, because you can't prevent every single thing, every single negative thing to happen, but you want to prevent the things that'll be, I guess, traumatic in the child's life, where it's just like where it's gonna hinder them. But with parents, I mean, would you really blame a parent that was, that did all they could? And because my parents, they did that at the time, that was the best that they could do.
Yeah.
At the time, and I ran track, and eventually I started getting better, and more trips started coming, and it was just like, I mean, me as a kid, I didn't know, but with me getting faster and being more experienced in track, guess what? The coach was like, well, I want to take him to North Carolina. I want to take him to California. Well, guess what? That costs him money. Mm-hmm. So after a while, like, I'm going to all these meets, and me and my brother are running. And one time I'll never forget. One time, like, a group of parents, they were just like, y'all are so good. Like, and they're twins, and they're so good. And they were just like, where are your parents at?
Yeah.
And I looked up, and I'm like, they at work. How you here? Yeah. Because my parents worked on the weekend.
Yeah. So is that the problem? The black parents are too busy trying to provide for their kids?
I mean, that's what I say.
And so their kids are being raised on the TV, social media,
and then
people around them.
And people around them. So like when at that time, I remember at that time, I always thought, I was just like, dang. I said, my mom really works every day.
Yeah.
And then I would see other people's parents, and I'm like, how the hell is your mom home on weekends? And they just be like, my mom don't work on weekends. I'm like, shoot.
What's she doing? Where's she working?
Where's she working at?
What type of job she got? Yeah, man.
So yeah, it's just,
you gotta fix that.
It's just different. But that's just the sacrifice that they did. I mean, thankfully, I grew up and I was somebody, but at the same time, there's still things that, that will kind of hinder me because either I don't want to talk about it because I never had that opportunity to talk about it. As I get older now, I kind of force it now. Yeah. So I be calling my dad just to talk now. And it's weird, but we still working through that.
He
be looking, you can tell he looking at the phone like,
yeah, what you talking about? What you on the phone talking about, huh? I think I find those conversations weird too.
Yeah.
I find those.
So it's still awkward, but I know that I'm missing that.
You need to have that peace.
I need to have that peace.
Yeah, I got you.
So I call my dad on purpose.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Just to have that conversation. Yeah, I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about. What about you and family, like as far as like having that relationship with family, with your parents?
How is that relationship?
It's good. My daddy does stuff like that. He'll just call me
and
be like, "What's going on?
To
You sure?" Trying to see if I'm okay, and I'll be like, "Yeah."
I feel it, but I feel like,
"You sure?" I hear it in your voice. I'm like, "Yeah."
I know he can hear it, huh?
He can.
But I feel like, especially dads, I feel like dads do that with girls. Mm-hmm. With guys, it's just like, nah, he out in the wild. Go kill your food and cook it.
Kill your food. I wonder why it is though.
What is that? What is
with
that about?
With a dad, I feel like he has to, like with a woman, he feel like he has to protect his daughter or his woman. With a guy, it's just like...
Yeah, and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I mean, because you're really leaving the males out there to raise themselves.
Yeah. And like I said my friends kind of, like, I learned...
And guess what if you had, like, some delinquent friends? You probably would have ended up in jail.
Jail, yeah. So
in the prison system, in and out. Like, you'd think the block was the only way to get it. Like, Or these rap songs is really what they is really real. Like, nah, dog, you'll go to jail for life.
For real.
Yeah, I just seen a rapper, Tay-K. He just got 5 to 99 years. Like, what?
For what?
I would cry.
It's like aggravated assault and like 2 counts of robbery or something like that.
Yeah. So like that, I think that's what in the black family. That's what that kind of stems from. Just the dad, just either one not being there, or if they're there, they're not present, or they're not. You know, they don't have those conversations. The dad, all they know is their dad works hard.
Yeah, that's a good one. Having a dad that, you know, he's there but he's not present. Wow, that could be the same effect of like not even being there.
They say it's worse.
Having them there and then not being present, probably.
Yeah. It does something different to you. Like, it's one thing for them to just be completely missing, because then it's like you have your mom that, you know, overcompensates, but then you also have hopefully, possibly other men that's brought into your life to like be that figure. But when the person is there and they just aren't present, it does something different to you, because it's like, goodness, like, you're here, but you don't even care to put forth the effort in that message.
Right. What is it about? Like, was it something that how they were raised?
Maybe it could be.
I think maybe, but like then it's just like, all right, no excuses.
Or
you a man.
It's normal to them to not be that active or that. Like,
that shouldn't be no excuse.
Which it's not.
Shouldn't be no normal nothing. It's like, hey, step up to the plate, do your thing. Like, you made this, you gotta water this seed.
So yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, when did I come to like, when you start noticing things like that, what age would you say you started realizing you're like, hey, I need to like work on this with my dad?
For me, like college.
I noticed it in college.
Like
too.
towards the end of college, I was just like, yo, I need to call this dude. This dude
After college.
Me and dude ain't even talking.
It was
let me hit film up.
It was like my senior year.
And that's how the relationship kind of goes. When you like not talking, just like, all right, what's up, dog? Like, yo, and then like almost like we friends.
And at that age too, you start becoming comfortable with your dad, because you feel like, you know, you grown. Yeah. So you feel like you can say what you want to say, but because I don't know about nobody else, but when I was little, I was scared of my dad.
I think a lot of people are scared of
I was scared of my dad.
It's just the son-father relationship. But then you realize, like, dog, you ain't holding no smoke. He ain't doing nothing, man.
Yeah. So, it's just some of those things that you didn't realize when you was...
Especially when you think about, like, having kids, you like, snap. Like, I need to make
work
sure
on this so that it doesn't continue.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I think I seen my little sister, and then that's when I was just like, oh, I need to start talking to my dad. Like, we need to start trying to actually form a bond, a good relationship. Not one where I'm just like, yo, it's my dad, I love him. We don't talk as much, but I rock with you, dog. It's like, what's up, man? But I know I can call him with anything. You can call me for anything, but you just gotta initiate it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of times too, I think that, I guess with men, people forget that men have feelings too. And it's just like, because I remember one time with my dad, when I first came to college.
You cried.
I first came to college. I had met everybody on the track team, and they had it was like a meet and greet for the freshmen. And once my dad we went out together, and he got me like all my groceries and everything I need. Once I got all that and I met my friends, I was out.
You was gone?
And my dad was still there. So like I just left I started talking to like some people that I just met, and we just kind of walked off. So then later on that night, my mom called me. She was just like, "Where you at?" I was just like, I'm just hanging out with some new friends that I met.
Look at you
or whatever. And she was like, you left your dad. And I'm like, what? I said, I thought he was good. Like, she was like, oh, you left your dad? And I was like, what? I said, we went out and got groceries and everything. I was like, I thought he was good. Like, I thought that's all he wanted to do. And then dip off. It was
like a drop off.
My mom was like, no, he was trying to hang out with you. And I was just like, oh. No. I'm like, why you ain't say nothing? Like,
that's another thing. It's just like you said, like, not, it's this
It's like
thing that y'all aren't, you know, emotional. Not necessarily emotional, but y'all don't have feelings and stuff. So if with that being there, it's like a lot of times y'all don't even know how to express that. So y'all don't even know how to express man to man. Hey, I want to spend time with you. I'm trying to have intentional time with you. And a lot of times you just don't even want to like mention it because it's almost like.
So just last year when I started really noticing, and I was just like, I need to do something. At me as a son, I need to do something about this. So when I went to, he loves going to Barbados. So when we went to Barbados, we hung out for like 3 days straight. But he didn't, I mean, we just hung out and I knew it meant a lot to him. But then I know it meant a lot to him when my mom called me. She was just like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. He was like, he talked about that. I was like, oh. Yeah. I was like, it's
funny
cool.
feeling.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it was cool to hang out with my dad. It was really cool.
So we need more of that. We need more black men, more black fathers and son relationships, bonding, and like just doing it to build that. I think that definitely helps. It definitely helps the women too. Like we're better because we have a great relationship. Yeah, for sure.
It helps y'all be more confident in the future.
Yeah, exactly. I be thinking about that. I'm like, dang, if I had kids, like.
Because I feel like a lot of men think about that. They think about what they didn't have, and think about what they didn't experience.
I think about that all the time.
I think that sometimes can even keep them from dating. Because they know that dating will lead to engagement, then it'll lead to marriage, and then children. And then,
dating.
I don't know if I'm ready to be a father because.
Okay, yeah.
Why are you saying no?
I was saying no because, like, I don't think they keep them from, like, that ain't gonna keep them from actually pursuing a woman for. They probably do it for the wrong reasons, but like what you were saying in dating, in the sense of like, actually pursuing somebody to go
for
down
the sake of marriage and like having kids and stuff.
Yeah, for the sake of marriage, pursuing a woman for the sake of marriage, then it'll be differently. You approach it differently. It may be a reason why guys don't approach it that way. And
I think you on to something.
They go the actual opposite way. They be like, hey, I'm about to. Like, whoa, he need to find himself. His daddy ain't talking to him.
Oh, Lord.
Talk to your daddy, boy.
For real.
Your daddy be on the same thing, though. He be sugar daddy, though. Like,
oh, Lord.
Yeah. So it's just, man, woo. But that's deep. That's deep.
This is a good conversation.
That was good. What else y'all got? We got any sleepers? We at the end. We at the end.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we really.
See the edited version of this.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's crazy. Damn, was I talking a lot?
Nah, I'm saying
That's
like you had a good point that I saw. But yeah, any sleepers? What y'all got? You got 5 minutes.
What sleepers?
Sleepers like stuff we missed, or like something you want to hit. Something y'all seen this week. Oh wow.
Oh, hey, let's get a quick segment about albums. Did y'all listen to any albums that
music? Yeah, you gotta get some music.
We got Chris Brown's album. We got Nas' album.
Nas dropped his tape.
Yeah,
Nas dropped the tape. Lost Tapes 2.
Yeah, and he got Lost Tapes 3, but he not putting it out yet. He already got it ready to go. The Lion King album.
That was good.
Move Forever. Yeah, how we opened the podcast. Move Forever.
What's Move Forever?
That. Oh, Blue was on the album, right?
Brown Skin Girl. Okay, I knew it was her.
I gotta listen to that.
That's a good song.
One of my maybe that's the song. One of my friends was like, "Hey, you really need to listen to this one song." He said, "I feel like every black woman needs to listen to this song." What is it?
I think it might be Brown Skin. Because if you've seen, a lot of people have been hashtagging it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, can I even vibe to like Brown Skin Girl? Serious question.
Why not?
Because like
you don't like the
that's
title.
I know. What are you gonna say?
I
like the title.
That's another topic that I want to touch on for our next episode.
No.
You feel like what? Give it to me. Come on, we trying to produce a podcast.
I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like she was just, because for women, that's
for women. Come on.
I just felt the weight on my shoulder.
Yeah.
But no, I think for women, like when it comes to beauty and like how we were raised, we black folks.
People. Okay. Yeah.
Come on, right. But we have this ideal of how beauty is. From the time that even when I was growing up, from the time when I was growing up, I was just like, I thought beauty was the woman that I seen on the CoverGirl commercial. Mm-hmm. I thought that was the definition of beauty. I remember, funny story real quick. But I remember when I was little, I probably was like 10 years old.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Make it quicker than quick.
I was like 10 years old, and a CoverGirl commercial comes on. And I was like, dang. I asked my mom, I was like, why you ain't got hair like that? My mom slapped me so hard. She slapped the dog mess out of me.
Yeah, you wild.
And then as I got older, that slap always sat with me, and I did not know why she slapped me that hard.
So whooping is good. Look, you just solved it.
Oh my God.
You heard it here first on the Terry Gilbert.
Oh
wow.
TG
Gilbert podcast.
Goodness, what did you do?
It's a good dramatic effect in the podcast. This is how you
Just
really
like
end the
that.
podcast right there.
Oh, man.
I didn't know I was sliding the, I forgot it was.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Dang,
all right, man.
TG.
Let's get this outro.
Can we play Brown Skin Girl?
Let's go out to Brown Skin Girl. I'm in the studio.
Brown Skin Girl. Do we have it? Let me see them cue it up. Say something. Talk about something real fast right now. I don't need no dead space.
All right.
Give me something for us. You had the hot taste today, baby.
Oh, but finish your statement for it.
Oh no, I was just mentioning about just on complexion, like, because some girls, believe it or not, but some people will be like, oh, well, she, like, say if you posted that, some people
to put hashtag brown skin girl. No.
Some people would be like, why you put hashtag brown skin girl when you light skin?
Yeah, I know. And we don't get a hashtag, because if we do, then we full of ourselves.
Oh, that's why you didn't like it.
I like the song. I love it.
No, that was your.
But you can post it. You can post it. You're black.
Come a little closer.
The fact that you.
So I think we need to define brown skin girl versus like you just being a black woman. Basically.
In this song, Brown Skin Girl, I would have to hear the song first to see where they're going.
Brown skin girl, skin like pearls.
You got skin like pearls. You black. That skin like pearls.
Is it like shiny like pearl?
No, I think no. Okay, I think it's because when you think about pearls, they're precious, right? Like you know, rare. So I guess it's coming from a whole beautiful brown skin, precious skin.
Oh, this sounds like
I think it is him.
This sounds like a song Brown Skin by dang, his name is.
That boy is a guy.
He's a guy. It's a Jamaican artist.
Yeah, I think I know you're talking about.
He has a song just like this.
Yeah.
Skin. Brown skin girl.
You gotta hear Blue sing.
Oh, you missed it. She in the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
It goes brown skin.
WizKid. Is it WizKid?
I don't know if it's WizKid. I gotta hear this. Once I hear the song, I know.
He's from Nigeria. Hey.
See, that's you. They talking about black women.
Yeah, that's all of y'all. Right?
I just feel left out when they say melanin, because I ain't got that.
You do though.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Early. I have it in the summer.
You real light. Yeah. You gotta go sunbathing a little bit.
No, I mean it's impossible to keep it like year long, like especially in the winter.
You just light skin. All right, bro.
And I want chocolate baby so bad.
The whole thing on here. Man, let's get out of here, man. Let's get out. Oh, you wanted to hear the end?
I did.
Yeah.
Love,
Get you
peace.
some headphones.
Can we do like better thumbnails?
I was doing like
or pictures?
Better thumbnail. Come on, let's get a thumbnail.
Thumbnail? What's a thumbnail?
Just free.
I'm over here trying to figure out what's a thumbnail.
Wait, I want to get some pictures. Hold up.
I'm
gonna stop this.
Let me close the
Close it
podcast
out.
while we're doing this. You can take pictures now. I'm just about to close it out, and I'm gonna clip this up.